Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Tay. I am so honored to have my next guest here from Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. She plays the character of Jess. Natasha Rose Mills is here today. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Thank you, Taylor. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks so much for joining. Where are you right now?
I'm in the UK.
Ooh, nice. And what time is it where you are?
It is 6:22.
Oh, yeah.
Precisely.
All right, and it's 11:22 in the morning where I am, so the time difference. Thanks for working out a time that worked for both of us. It's so weird to think when you're trying to do an interview with someone on the other side of the world, the time difference is just crazy to think about. But I appreciate you being here. The first question I have for you is, how did you find out about this role? Was it through a friend, or was there a casting call out?
Well, I've actually worked on a previous project, and that was The Return of Krampus, and that was with Jagged Edge. So Reese actually contacted me directly about the role because he thought I'd be suitable for it. And when I heard about it, my initial thought was Winnie the Pooh. I didn't know kind of how it would evolve, but it sounded interesting. Initially, I was just thinking, oh, this is going to be quite fun. It's going to be quite exciting, and I wanted to see how it would sort of plan out, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And then when you got this role, how did you tell your family and friends that you were going to be in a Winnie the Pooh horror film?
Well, how did I? I just sort of just said, yeah, I'm going to be in a Winnie the Pooh horror film.
That's so funny.
And, is that a thing?
Did anyone have like any weird reactions like, what?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
yeah,
that's so funny.
Yeah, definitely from friends.
Growing up,
some family members.
Growing up, did you have a relationship with Winnie the Pooh? Did you like watch the movies and read the books and everything?
Yeah, definitely. I did. I liked Disney. Also, I had some of the older books when I was younger too, and Tigger was my favourite.
Oh.
I still remember the first time my mum bought me a Tigger teddy for my birthday.
Mm-hmm. That's really sweet. Yeah, I think Tigger's my favorite character too. Hopefully we can get him in one of the future sequels. That'd be awesome to see him in live action.
He's very likable.
Yeah.
Just very warm and sweet.
I feel like his kills would be very fast. He'd be a very fast killer. Did you have a favorite scene to film in Blood and Honey?
A favourite scene. So there were different scenes that we did. In particular, I liked the ones with me and Maria. When we were talking together about our childhood and some of the other scenes as well. Some of them were more fast paced, and particularly when we were outside in the woods, because you don't know how you're going to react in that situation as well, because it's really, really cold, and I was absolutely freezing. Wasn't very well prepared, if I'm honest. But sometimes you're not in these situations until you learn next time. I'm going to be more prepared next time. So it was an experience, because you had Winnie the Pooh chasing after you, and it's freezing cold, and you're in the woods, so very heightened sense of awareness, and very frightening. It was scary at times, for sure. Yeah,
you guys filmed it like an Airbnb, right? The location of like the cabin? I think so.
Cabin, yes. Well, it's a location there was lots of different cabins around, so it's very much like the 100-acre woods.
Yeah.
From the long shot, and that was a really nice location.
Yeah.
As well as the house that we shot in as well.
I know, when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, I would like to stay here. It just looked like such a fun place.
Yeah, the cabins were lovely as well. Going inside them, it was just like a nice little sort of small caravan, really, that you can just sort of just camp in. And plus you had the fireplace as well, which that was lovely as well, when we can all sit around, and that was another part as well, when we would all have a barbecue at the end.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Yeah. So spoiler alert for people who have not had a chance to watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey yet, but your character, Jess, she doesn't quite make it to the end of the movie. She does get decapitated. Can we talk about that scene, and what was it like having to film your head getting cut off?
Well, it was an experience. And in that particular scene, I was very disorientated. I didn't really know. I was very disconnected, and sometimes you are in those scenes that they're very impactful, and you're having to draw on, well, basically connecting to your emotions and the situation where everything is really heightened. And I was just completely disorientated, disconnected, until it was just like, oh, it's done. We got it.
Oh my gosh.
And then, yeah, so that scene was just, it was tough, you know.
Yeah, that was such a fun scene, and it's so cool because it's the one that ended up on the poster with Winnie the Pooh holding up your head.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Did you have any friends or family who went to go see the movie and didn't know that was going to happen? No, they did, because they could see. They could see the actual poster. Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, and there's some pictures as well. There's some stills with me, so kind of got the sort of gist of it.
Yeah, that's such a fun way to go out in the movie, though. Like, not just a normal killing, but to be like, oh, beheaded. Overall, how many days did it take to film Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
So we did 10 days, but then we also did some pickups as well. So they did take a little bit longer. But initially it was the 10 days.
That is really cool. That's so fast. Yeah. Do you have a favorite memory from being on set?
To be honest, there's quite a few. Thinking about now, because I'm starting to sort of remember, because, you know, when you haven't been on set for quite some time, you tend to forget, and then you watch the film again. That's when you remember. You remember some of these funny scenarios that happen, and especially when Craig was dressed up like Winnie the Pooh, you know, his lumberjack outfit, and he's doing like flossing. If you know, yeah.
The
dancing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, very entertaining. What can I say? Yeah, very, very entertaining. And then obviously sitting around the barbecue as well. That was great. I love that at the end. I do like a barbecue, that's why.
Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. So my next question is, what has been your favorite part of this whole press tour that you've been on lately? Do you have like a favorite memory or a favorite premiere that you've attended?
To be honest, I have to be honest, I was really ill.
Oh.
I had pretty sure it was long COVID, and I wasn't able to attend. Mexico was kind of, I was ill around that that time when it did really well in Mexico, did just under 1 million in the box office. And then Netherlands, I was meant to go to, couldn't go to. I would have loved to have. So the last one was actually Fright Fest.
Oh,
but I did have a great time, yeah. And it was really nice as well, because it was well received by the audience. And cool. everybody loved it. Fright
Fest is in the UK, right? It's in
Scotland.
Oh, it's in Scotland. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's so fun to go there and have that premiere.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I loved it.
How was the audience reaction? Were they very receptive and like cheering and clapping and everything?
Definitely, yeah, they were. There was a lot of laughs as well, because it's a spoof horror.
Right.
It's not something that, if you're going in thinking that it's a serious film, it's not. And it's nothing that you should kind of think that way. Just don't take it seriously when you watch it, because it's not that type. You just kind of just enjoy it, enjoy the commentary. There is a little bit sort of elements of different things happening.
Yeah. I do have to say, in my theater, I saw it in LA and California. There were people cheering, there were people clapping. Everyone was very reactive. Everyone was super into all the different kills. Your scene with the beheading, people were cheering and clapping. It was just so fun to see it in a theater with other people. That's my favorite way to see movies, is just a theater full of other people so you can hear the reactions. But you've been in a few horror projects now, so not only Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, you've also been in Return of Krampus, which you mentioned earlier, and The Heiress. Do you have a favorite scary movie from when you were growing up?
Scary movie. Can I say the Freddy films?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street. The reason I like them is because it was based on dreams, and I like anything that's going into a different world and experiencing it, because you don't know what you're going to get. That's what I like.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably not something I'd watch now. I've seen all of them. But I definitely, that's the kind of thing that I like.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I love Freddy Krueger. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Those are so fun. I'm hoping we get another one soon. It's been too long, so
Yes.
hopefully soon.
Also, actually, this isn't growing up, but Insidious. I like the first one of that because that's similar, isn't it? It's like stepping into another world and you don't know what's going to happen next. I like that building of suspense.
Yeah, that's a really fun one. So you do have a line of clothing that you have out now called Rose Mills Designs. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. It's also self-belief designs, all based on affirmations. Also, I do quirky designs as well, animals. So if you do like animals, that's like there too. But self-belief designs based on self-compassion and basically motivation.
That's awesome. And where can people find the clothes?
You can find it on Redbubble, but I can always leave a link if that's helpful.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll put one in the description of this video as well for people to find. And then you also are a mindfulness and compassion teacher. Can you tell me a little bit about that work as well?
Yeah, of course. So I help actors, creatives, and mostly in the industry, also other people across the spectrum, with anxiety, stress, overwhelm, helping them to really step into who they really are, because I'm also a spiritual coach too, which helps them to access their true potential through intuition and through being compassionate towards themselves. Finding their best friend within, basically how they would talk to their best friend or a family member. It's being able to treat yourself with the same kindness. So I help people in that way to be able to harness that part of them.
Oh, that's great. All right, Natasha, you also have a short film which is available now on YouTube called Colorblind. Do you mind telling me a little bit about that as well?
Yes, so it's Colourblind based on the effects of domestic violence, and it tells a story from the start of how a victim goes through domestic violence and coerciveness that often happens, but you don't actually realise. So it's through the stages of domestic violence as which they occur.
And which YouTube channel is that available for people to go and find it?
So it's on my YouTube channel, which is Natasha Rose Mills Coach.
Awesome. And I'll put a link to that in the description of this video as well for people to check it out. And then, Natasha, my last question is, where can people find you on Instagram? Do you have a Twitter?
Yeah, I do. I have two. So I have Natasha Rose Mills, which is my acting one. And I've also got Natasha Rose Mills Coach.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me for this interview. I'm really appreciative of you taking the time. So fun to have you here.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Taylor, for having me.
Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for checking out this interview with Natasha Rose Mills, who plays Jess in Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. You can also check out my interviews on this channel with Craig David Dowsett, who plays Winnie the Pooh, and also the composer of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That interview with Andrew Scott Bell is up as well on my YouTube channel, so feel free to take a look at those, and please take a moment to like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.